Grown Folks Production. In the mix. With the Commish, Nate.
How about this doing the trick? That did the trick. I don't know why that messed up like that. We'll have to fix that. New setup and finding some buttons that aren't quite working. But we're here. We got Mr. Maniac, who's acting like he can't hear me. Oh, no. Can Maniac not hear me? Or is Maniac frozen? There's a chance. No, he's not frozen. He's moving. So anyway, I'm going to figure out why Maniac can't hear me, which doesn't... Camera fell to low. Okay, I don't care about the camera, but everybody else, he should be able to hear me. I'm trying to fix this really quick so he can hear me. Oh, no. Give me just a second here, fellas. It figures every time we go to do something new or try something new, this thing just doesn't want to work. How about now? There he goes. Okay, now he should be able to hear me. Mr. Maniac, you couldn't hear me that whole time. I don't know why, but this program that we use to do this is messing up today. So you couldn't hear me the whole time. And now you can't see me because my camera is being used by OBS. I'm sorry. There's only so much of this that we can do. What's up, buddy? You and I haven't got to do a show in a very long time. How you doing?
Doing great. It's been a while. Yeah. I was over here admiring my quarterback got X Factor, so I was all like, oh, yeah, I was all like excited, and I was like, wait, Nate's frozen. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what it's this program. There's something's not working well with it. Do me a favor. Let the guys know that we are ready to go. They can start this game as soon as they want. I actually got stats for this game. I've got a new, unique way of watching it. So you guys tell me what you think about this. You should have audio now. You should be good. Y'all just couldn't hear me a second ago. I don't know why, but we fixed it. Again, trying out some new things, and I'm finding a few little bugs here. We're getting ready for D. Wayne and the Cowboys versus Tre and the Chargers, and the unique way to do this is we're going to watch both of their streams at the exact same time. I also want to figure out if I could get this chat over here. I don't think I can get this chat off. I think it is just up here, whether I want it to be or not. Actually, let me mess with it just a little bit while we get ready. The number 4 seeded Chargers are going to be led by Tre. He's 11-6, Mr. Maniac. I've got some stats that we'll talk about as this game gets ready to go. But the Cowboys are the number 2 seed, something we've seen a lot here in the OMFL, 14-3. And I think a matchup between two teams who do things very, very differently. It'd be funny to see how these two guys attack one another. We're going to do our best to make these two things sync up. Maniac, what do you think about this matchup?
I think this is a really good matchup. We've seen these guys haven't been actually against each other in the OMFL Bowl, but they've had plenty of battles in NFC Championship games. So now we get to see what it's like for them playing for all the marbles. Both these guys are top-notch owners, and man, they can play the sticks. They got so much formation knowledge and things, man. The football knowledge is just eking out of both of them. So this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this should be a good one. It looks like they're syncing up. They may be a hair behind here. We got to try to see if we can get our little interact button to work. I don't know why. And now my camera is cutting in and out. I know why it's doing that. It's because of this other thing over here. Let me see if I can just turn that off, keep that camera from doing some weird stuff. Again, we're working out some bugs, Maniac and I, but it should be good to go. Looks like we got volume. Everything is working the way that we want it to work. Here's some stats for you. Oh no, we're going to be a hair behind. Actually, let me see if I can get this to work really fast, and then we'll talk about some stats. There's an interact button around here somewhere, and I can't seem to find it.
Man, I was looking forward to scribbling all over Dwayne's screen.
I don't think he would like that too much. So it looks like that I don't know who's wearing what here. Looks like the Chargers kicked off to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to get this thing started. They are the home team. How do you see this one playing out, man? Give me some predictions.
Man, this is going to be a tough one. I was one I did not think Tre's team was going to be able to get to this point, but man, he surprised me with that squad he's got. So I think this one's going to go down the wire. I think both play kind of similar, but I think Dwayne's a little bit more a power guy. I think Tre has a little bit more of a finesse type of offense in him. Dwayne's just ram it down your throat and make you like it whether you don't or not. But I think this one's going to be really close. And I'm not sure we're going to see no 50 burger in this game, but I think it's going to be more along the lines of like a 28-24 type game. And I think the Cowboys are going to come out on top.
I think I'm getting these things to sync up. Wow, I'm a little behind still. We're gonna get it to sync up here in just a second. Oh, a nice little pass over to the left end by number 87. Dwayne will use his tight ends on you really quick. Like, we got to slow down the Twitch just a hair. Looks like YouTube is a little behind Twitch, but we're getting them to sync up, Maniac. It's starting to work. The idea is coming all together here. We're going to see if we can make this thing work. A while ago, we seen McMullen. He started this game off with the first play of the game. Actually, it's not letting me. Oh, no, that's right. Twitch doesn't work that way. Just automatically. Oh, that stinks. Okay, it's not going to work. Nice little run right up the middle by Williams. He really shares the carries, both, but McMullen, 1,650 yards, 21 touchdowns, and then Williams, 760 and 5 touchdowns. That stinks. I thought we could get these two things to liven up, but Twitch doesn't work that way. I hate Twitch. I hate Twitch with everything inside of me.
I do too. Not only that, like the guys have to take the extra step just to save their game. So it just, to me, it's worthwhile to just go ahead and go YouTube. But I know somebody's like Tre, he gets a little money back off of the Twitch stuff. So
yeah, it does. You guys let me know in chat, is this messing you all up since Twitch is like 3 seconds, 4 seconds ahead? I can't pause it and start playing it. It just goes live again unless somebody can tell me. I don't think Twitch works that way. I don't think it's going to let me Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me do that. But if somebody can figure out a way to slow Twitch down, so they're just a little too far ahead. Dwayne, he's got a nice little drive going here.
Yeah, he does, and that's the way he opens the game. He'll drive down the field, get points, and immediately put you under the pressure of that game, having to answer back. And if you don't, then it can just kind of snowball on you.
Dwayne with a pass over to CeeDee Lamb, 1,311 yards and 7 touchdowns. He is able to get that guy rocking and rolling. I'm going to pull that audio down just a hair. Little scramble motion. He's got to throw it away because he is it's not in the red zone. It's in the 10-yard line. So I guess technically he could have ran that. No, he's at the 9-yard line, so he couldn't run that. He had to throw that away. Yeah, I'm over Twitch. It won't let me slow it down. It's very annoying.
That's sad because your idea, I think, was going to be spectacular with both going at the same time. I think it'll still work, but it's just going to be like, obviously one's going to be a little bit further along, and so you're going to know what's happening. But
this was going to go to McMullen's. Chargers doing a good job of shutting that one down. On the Chargers defense, they're really led by just a couple of people. They finished this league, and I didn't believe this till I looked it up today. They finished 14th in points, 14th in pass, and 14th in rushing yards. Gets a big stop on third down, and his defense is where they shine. He was third in points, allowing 22 points per game, second in total yards, first in passing, 20th in rushing, though. His really key defensive leaders are going to be Henry with 5 interceptions and Clowney still getting it done, 7.5 sacks. On the other side, Cowboys just finished. We'll actually come back, but on the other side, flipping it around. Nice little return there from number 80, breaking a tackle, getting it up to about the 34-yard line. The Chargers offense, 14-14. Their key core player is going to be Herbert. He finished with a 107 QBR, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Hampton, where he doesn't really run the ball that well, but 830 yards, 6 touchdowns. The McConaughey, he is their leading receiver, 87 receptions, 1,189 yards with 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been kind of a steady Eddie. He hasn't set the world on fire. Like, we've seen some of these guys putting up 50 burgers all the time, it seems like. But he's really just kind of caught fire the right time in the season, and just marched his way through the playoffs to get to the OMFL Bowl here.
Over on the defensive side for the Cowboys, they finished 7th in points, 25 points per game, 12th in yards, 17th in passing, 11th in rushing. Oh, Herbert's got a little lane there, but Dallas, man, they're so quick on that end. Oh, a fumble. Got lucky that one got out of bounds. His 2 leading defensive players, of course, Parsons, right? The guy he was trying to trade earlier this season, 12.5 sacks, and then Bland is going to lead his team at 7 interceptions. So you got a team that runs the ball and passes the ball pretty mediocre or kind of halfway average with the league. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys who do a really great job in both the pass game and the run game, but a little bit better in the run game. So the Chargers going to have to lean on that pass game. A missed pass there to McConaughey off to the right side. Dallas getting some early heat here on Herbert.
Yeah, he's getting in there just enough to make him a little uncomfortable. And Madden, I think has done a solid, okay job. I think with when you get a little bit of pressure in, it will affect the quarterback's accuracy at times, especially on certain throws, those timing throws, and so that's nice to see.
I find that the pressure, wide open. We got a tight end, 86, getting the reception off to the left side. We're going to get back to trying to call some of this game as we're figuring it out and look at the 2 different plays. You can see Dwayne making some adjustments there. Herbert could have ran, but stayed really committed to getting that pass off and making a big play there. I find in these games, to finish the thought I started before the big play, pressure seems to come early in this game, and it sort of evens out after that, and then comes super, super late.
Yeah, I think you're spot on that. For I don't know, maybe it's just kind of like the NFL. That's probably they implemented it, try to mimic the NFL, and you come into the game, both teams are filling each other out, and sometimes you get those those pressure situations early on, and then you kind of figure each other out. But then your key players at the end of the game, if you got those Micah Parsons type players, they'll turn it on and actually make an impact at the end of games.
Somehow these two streams have gotten closer to one another. I don't even know how that's even possible, but they're not too far behind. They're like half a second. Let me know in the chat, is the audio better? So I seen that both some of y'all were like yelling at me about the audio. Thank you. I didn't know, but it should be good there. When you start to get in the red zone, you've played both of these guys often. What makes Tre so good here in the red zone?
Tre is just, I don't know. He's for me, I think from playing Tre, he has a set of plays that he uses in the red zone. I think, that he can kind of fall back on, that he knows like in certain situations will work, and a lot of guys, the tendency is to call cover 2, those type of things. And I think he has those situations, kind of pegged like, okay, I need this play for that type of defense. And he won't make the mistake. He'll take the check down, or he'll throw the ball away. When he's on his game, when he's not on his game, he's going to make the mistake. And, that's the thing with Tre. Dwayne, he's just going to line up and he's going to pound it into the end zone, and he's gonna. I've seen him run it 4 straight times, and if he gets a penalty, he'll run it 8 straight times just to get it in the end zone. So Dwayne is just a smash mouth football guy.
I think that's Bland there, number 26. I could be wrong about that. Breaks up a late pass there to McConaughey. That's a big time drop. Going to set up a 4th down. Both these guys trading some field goals here early on.
Yeah, that was Bland.
Tre wants to go for it. He can't, but he wants to.
It probably already uttered out of his mouth. Man, I wish I could just go for it right here.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for tuning in to the stream. We're trying something different. We had some early bugs to work out here, but we're figuring it out. Things seem to be smoothed out, ready to go here. Happy to have my good buddy, Mr. Maniac with us. Chargers going to kick that one right out of the end zone, and Cowboys going to get going here. The streams they're not perfect. They're a lot closer than they were when we first started. I don't even know how that's possible, but somehow these two things have figured each other out a little bit better here.
Of the internet, no.
All right, you trade field goals with Tre and Wayne both going at it. What are you doing if you're Dwayne here?
If I'm Dwayne, I'm just going to stick with my game plan, but I may take a shot, because he's the type of player not known to take these shots every once in a while. It's more or less just, ball control, and maybe see if you can take a shot over the top. You got Pickens, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got some of the best wide receivers in all of football and this league, and so maybe take a chance, but definitely got to be careful with the ball there. But I know Dwayne's been in these situations a lot more than I have, and the fact that, again, we're the first season of this cycle and he's in the OMFL Bowl, kind of like what he did the last cycle as well. He is itching to get another one of these underneath his belt.
Oh, play action there from Faber. No, number 3. I don't even know who that is.
That's Pickens.
That's right. He's number 3. He breaks a tackle and he's gone. I didn't even get to ask you because I sent you the link that I'm using. Is it synced up, or you feel like you're with me?
I'm just a tad behind you.
Okay.
But it's not bad to the point where I'm like, talking over the next play.
Yeah.
We're still.
You got Wayne's stream at the top. He's streaming on YouTube. You got Tre streaming at the bottom. He is streaming over at Twitch, which seems to be just slightly ahead of Mr. Wayne. Again, trying something new. I thought it'd be kind of neat to see both of these guys and the plays that they're calling. Looks like Wayne is going to come out and try to establish a play. Actually, we got a little zone here from the Chargers, so this could lead to a dangerous play. I love this play, but it's got to get set up. I haven't seen Wayne set this play up, so we'll see. Oh, he's got him. He's got to get it over that linebacker. Good throw. CD brings that in. That's a gutsy throw, because if you're low on that, That linebacker's going to make a play.
Yeah, and that's a great pass. You know, in those situations, you kind of hope that you can hit the guy in stride, float it over, but he jumps up and makes the leaping catch, and gets the secured ball there for him. Now he's in the inside the 10, knocking on the door again here for points.
What do you think makes Wayne's offense as sort of consistent as it is? Because he never really has spectacular playmakers. He just kind of keeps who the Cowboys always have. Oh, screen. Ooh, that could have been a fumble. Oh, he held on to it. Okay, I thought that ball dropped.
Yeah, it did look like it dropped. That could have been a really good play, but they snuffed it out pretty well. I really think the thing that, if you look at Dwayne's teams, especially over the last few seasons, the Cowboys have had good success in real life drafting good players.
Yeah,
and that's kind of paid dividends for Dwayne coming into these league cycles. I think where you see him kind of struggle is like later on in the and you call Dwayne struggling if he loses, 3 or 4 games in a season.
Yeah.
But you start having to pay these guys, and then it starts becoming like, just get rid of this guy and make the tough decisions. And but I think you get down to the root of it. It's the offensive line, it's the defensive lines that have really made it to where it helps his success. Because one, you got one of the best offensive lines.
Yeah.
And he just runs behind them. That's his forte. And so, that kind of keeps his game plan going. And then the defensive line, he builds these guys up, are already on top of what their Madden ratings are, and he just dominates.
This feels like the drive for CeeDee Lamb. He's kind of taking this drive over here. Oh, that was third down. I didn't pick up. We're sitting here talking. A nice stop there from the Chargers once again. Feels like both these guys are filling each other out still.
Yeah, I think they're still in that process, because I think this is just the sign of mutual respect between both these guys. They know that both these guys are past champions, and they can turn it on at any moment. So I think they really are just filling each other out right now still. I think this is going to be telling, though, for Tre. Tre might kind of sense an opportunity here for him to take the lead. So I know, looking at his stats from the season, Aronde Gatson the second, his tight end, he loves this dude, and he's even said it. He loves this dude. So look for him to get some action here, I think, on this drive.
Big gain there off to the left side from Harris. It was a nice run set up against a man defense against Wayne. Again, this is what I thought would be kind of neat about this whole thing. I don't know why my camera's cutting out. It's every time we use this software that Maniac and I are using. I got to figure out why it does that. But anyway, I thought this is the neat thing of being able to see what both these guys are playing and calling to pick up on one another. Tre has been pretty slightly above the league average when it comes to both offensive running and passing. I think Herbert really is the key here. McConkley had that early drop, though, so we're going to have to see him be able to make plays here.
Yeah, in these situations, those little drops here and there are going to be big-time plays, I think, before you see everything said and done. Because, a loss first down opportunity sometimes can be the difference with the way this game plays, because you obviously then give the other opponent the ball instead of answering the back their score, and then sometimes that happens. You get down 2 scores and it just snowballs.
McConkley on the play action, he was wide. That wasn't McConkley. Who was that? That was a tight end. Conklin, that's it. I seen the C and I thought it was McConkley. I was like, oh no, he doesn't have long hair. Nice play from Tre. Tre starting to establish some play action, some passing game, finding a little rhythm here. Dwayne does such a good job of taking away the middle of the field, though. He's going to have to be careful. Here's a pass that could get Tre in trouble if he's not careful. A nice little run to the outside.
Dwayne loves to take away that middle of the field and forces you to play that outside stuff, and and those are those plays where if you're not careful, it'll make you pay. They'll be going the other way for touchdowns. So
Conkey with some early drops here. He's not holding the ball in, which is what he's really good at with the 87 receptions already on the season. You've been in the AFC last Madden. You were in 2 AFC champions. How hard is it? And what kind of notion would you give to Tre for coming in as the number 4 seed, beating some of the top dogs in both Cincinnati and the New York Jets? Like, how hard is it to get it to an OMFL Bowl as the number 4 seed, as we see a good little run for number 8 off to the left side?
It's extremely hard. I mean, we've seen Bird do it last Madden. We've seen let's see, who else was it? I think even Kobe may have done it second, or I think it was second season or something like that. And he went into everybody's house and took it to him. But
we got a touchdown.
Oh wow!
Got our first touchdown of the game right here, Mr. Maniac. It looks like Tre establishing that run game. Touchdown Chargers.
Yeah, he's really balanced right now. He's ran the ball well so far in the opportunities, and then he's playing off the play action off of that. So if he's able to maintain that, it's going to be tough sledding for that defense for the Cowboys. And he's kind of got them on their toes. They're rushing the passer, and he's running it, and then when they're playing the run, he's passing it. So that's good play calling by Tre. Yeah, you definitely got to give Tre his props, though. I mean, coming in 4 seed,
yeah,
and going all the way. I mean, that's very difficult to do in any league.
And when Tre and his team start to play with confidence, he is very difficult to stop.
Oh yeah, when Tre's confidence is high, he is hard to play, because he feels like every play that he's calling should be a successful play, and rightfully so, because a lot of times it will be that way. Again, like I said, he's his playbook. He's got a great playbook that he's got built.
Chargers playing some sticky defense here on this drive. I never really got to talk to Wayne about this before this game, but McMullen, 1,650 yards and 21 touchdowns. Williams, 760. It's always baffling. Like, why would you share carries when you got a guy like McMullen's? Now, you're not Wayne, but why do you think he shares these carries between these two very different, very dynamic running backs?
I think it's just because he runs so much. The volume. And I think one. I was just kind of looking at that scramble there, but one, he runs with such volume that I think he's also staying within the rules, and I think he just builds off of that because he's so good at running the ball. No matter who he's using.
That's going to be our first turnover of the game right there. Little play action. It got hit, got lobbed up. Tre trying to make a play. He's not going down. Chargers with the turnover.
Wow, yeah, that's a tough one. I think if he was able to get the ball off cleanly, he might have actually had a good play there, but just a little bit late on the delivery of the pass, and it got a little affected by the hit and turnover. So
that was a tough read, though. He did have double coverage on both of those guys. Now the user, he's breaking another little run here. Nice little gain on first down. I think they're going to pick up 9 on that one. But the user defensive player was not doubling. He was a little off on that one, but it's sort of a tough throw. You'd like to see Faber maybe eat that one. And listen, the guy had 7 interceptions all season. So that's a very, very big rarity that we just experienced with Wayne.
Yeah, he does not turn the ball over very often at all. So
another little run right up the middle. Chargers going to pick up a first down. They're going to be running 1st and 10 here from the 28, so almost to the red zone. I think they call this the green zone at the 28. Chargers threatening to score here. Again, we've seen these two guys in an epic. You and I got to call an epic game, I don't know, 9 seasons ago. I don't know what that was, but they played in an NFC championship game that went down to like the last 2 minutes. And then I think it was 2 or 3 scoring plays in the last 2 minutes. It was like some kind of crazy epic game that those two played in. So they've got some history between these two owners.
Yeah, that was the most insane game that I've ever witnessed, I think, in a Madden game anywhere. And I mean, I've seen some competitive tournaments and stuff, and that was the craziest thing I'd ever saw in a Madden game. I mean, they were playing really good up until that point in the defense, and it was like they could do no wrong.
We got another touchdown here as Tre gets a little play action, a little rub route there, and number 1's going to haul that one in. We got back-to-back touchdowns for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's feeling it, and he's feeling the confidence right now. And this is territory that Mr. Dwayne is not in a whole lot, being down this early.
Here's where you can mess this up, though. If you're the Chargers, go turn the ball over. That'll get you in trouble. Ooh, we got a nice lane there for number 9. Breaking it out to the left side, getting it right beyond the 30. And that's where Dallas is going to start their 3rd drive of the game.
Dwayne is the best in the league at returning kickoffs for touchdowns. I think he had 4 or 5 with Turpin in the season. So he can definitely change the complexity of the game really quick.
It's crazy how it works too, because he feels like one of those guys that just has the ability to do it all. Defense, special team. He's always one of the number 1 returners, the number 1 kicker, the number 1 punter. I don't know what it is about the guy, but he seems to be able to do all of it at all times.
Yeah, I don't understand how his punter and kicker and stuff, because like the dude's scoring like 95% of the time on offense, touchdowns and stuff. I don't know how he gets his punter to be, top of the line but man, he's such a good player. I mean, Dwayne has been such a good player for a long time. Him and D-Money you've got to mention those guys when you talk about in real life dynasties, like the Packers of old, the Cowboys, the Patriots, those guys are the dynasties of the OMFL, because they're so good, and they've been so good for a long time.
All right, we just want to reload this thing a little bit, see if we can get that chat out of there. So that seems to have worked. Dwayne got a little drive going, a little play. Oh, he's got a guy wide open to the left side. I hate that animation. CeeDee Lamb drops the ball because someone passed gas on him. I don't know what happened there. He had a guy wide open on the other drag, though.
That is the worst animation ever created.
Chat, we've allowed you to watch about half of this game. Give me your predictions. Does Dwayne make a comeback and win this game? Does Tre close the door on another championship? Both of these guys past OMFL champions, so they're both going to be adding to that trophy kit that they got going over here as Dwayne's trying to get something going out of the shotgun. A little pass off to the CD. Nice blocking from that outside receivers. 7 and 12. I don't know names here. I'm just seeing numbers. They blocked that thing up nice. CeeDee Lamb picks up the first down.
Let's see who those guys are. I've got the game pulled up and looking at rosters. Let's see.
It's got a little man defense here. Only one high for the Chargers.
Jalen Tolbert and I have. Well, 7 would have been.
Got a possible big play coming up here. Man in motion.
Trayvon Diggs from.
Oh, Diggs.
defense.
Okay.
Maybe
going deep. Lamb drops another one. Back-to-back drops there for Lamb. He's not showing up here to the big game. He kind of took over that last drive with Pickens, and now they find themselves with back-to-back drops, setting up a 2nd and 10 here from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing there. I guess Diggs maybe is his gadget guy that he's using. Maybe it gets played on offense.
Yeah, that makes sense. A man defense versus some man offense or some passing offense. I don't know. He's going to move that one audible to the run. I don't think that's McMullins. I think that's Williams right up the middle.
Yeah, that would be Williams.
So in the chat, we got Randy saying Tre 31, Wayne 27. Kevin says Wayne's going to make the comeback. And Zoe says comeback is too much. Madden momentum is all the way on Tre's side. Wayne needs a touchdown here. Touchdown makes this a whole nother game. A field goal, you kind of wonder, no points, you're in trouble. 3rd and 6 here for Wayne. He's coming out with a little tight formation. He's going to have 2 crossing routes on the left here. Who's got the dig? He throws the dig. That one's going to be hauled in from Pickens. Pickens having a nice game. It seemed like Lamb started this one out hot, but Pickens has been the one to step it up here recently.
Yeah, I think so far Pickens have been the more reliable receiver through and through. I think you're going to see Lamb though probably make the big play sometime.
McMullins is gone, man. He took that little outran, had a nice block from 87, and the Dallas Cowboys, McMullins score.
That play right there, I want to say Dwayne scored on that exact same play against me when I played in the regular season against him. McMullen is a weapon. I mean, he could move him probably to wide receiver, and he would probably dominate just as well. He's just a great all-around back.
Well, Tre still got plenty of time here, 25 seconds, but all 3 timeouts. He can get this thing into field goal range, and this second quarter is starting to blow up. I'm going to be interested to see what happens in the second half. We've seen a couple of games go defensive lockdown. We've also seen a lot of games explode there in the second half. Hopefully these 2 streams will start to catch back up like it did before I reset everything. Right now we got Tre's stream just a little ahead. Ooh, he missed a big shot right up the seam there, Maniac.
Oh. Yeah, there's that tight end. He loves that tight end.
Look high too, and just split those safeties as they were pulled to the outside and just missed him.
Yeah, and that's easy to do. I know with all the different adjustments, you can make your safeties cover the outside more than the middle, and all that stuff is good. But if you guess wrong and that guy's going up the seam like that, you're in trouble.
Nice little out route there from the Chargers getting it out of bounds. Big 3rd and 3 here. Look, I know there's only 17 seconds, probably be about 8 seconds left if you got to punt this away, but you don't want to give the ball back to Wayne at all.
Bro, I mean, if he gives the ball back here, Dwayne has the best field goal kicker in all of football. So
that was dangerous. A little floater to the left side. I thought for sure that might get picked off, but he hauls it in. First down from the Chargers. They take a timeout. 1st and 10 from the 47. So now if you're Tre, you're hitting the gas. You're trying to at least get a field goal out of this.
Yeah, that kind of brought back flashbacks from the training camp stuff where you're trying to get the wide receiver, the high floaters.
36 had an opportunity to make a play on the ball, decided to make a play in the receiver. Works out for Dallas. They knocked that one away. We got 8 seconds left. 2 timeouts still for the Chargers, all 3 for Dallas. 47-yard line. To me, you attack the middle of the field here. Like, you should have attacked the middle of the field there. You got all the timeouts. At least get yourself in field goal range. He might try to hit the seam here, so we're going to have a seam play versus a man defense here. Oh, he's got the seam. He's going to go to the right side. He's going to float that one up. 1-on-1, 26. Bland knocks that one away, the leading interception getter for Dallas. Nice play there. 1 second. Now you just got to lob this one up. Hope and pray that somebody comes down with it. Because I know what you're not going to get, Maniac. You're not going to get a defensive pass interference. That ain't never going to happen in this game. I watched the guy pull the player's pants down and smack him on the booty. No pass interference called. Just nothing.
Whack.
Herbert back to pass. He's got time. Ooh, he had time. As soon as he stepped up in the pocket, block shed. tackle. Williams gets the sack, and that's how the first half ends. We'll be right back. We're going to turn this one over to my buddy Miguel and Miguel for the halftime show.
¿Estás dolido por Madden? Oh, pues llama 4444. Es Miguel. Te ayudaré a mejorar tu vida. No Madden, no McDonald's, McFlurry. Adiós, amigo. 444-4444. Llama, te puedo ayudar.
When your name has been twisted, please call Miguel.
No hablamos inglés.
He gets me every time he blows that stupid little horn. I don't know what happened, but it reset both of these streams whenever I did that. It should not have done that, but either way, we're back. Here goes the second half. The Chargers are going to get the ball first to start off the second half. They're up 13-17. Give me your first half breakdown. How'd you think the first half went, Maniac?
Well, I mean, it was kind of impressive the way Tre took the lead there, was 17-6, and kind of looked like he had an opportunity to really take a stranglehold. But Dwayne, just steady like he is, man, went down the field, got this thing within one score, and now here we are in the second half, and it's going to be a battle to the very end. Both these guys, the thing with both these guys is you make one mistake on defense, they're going to make you pay. More likely, they're going to take it back for points. So
what's been interesting to me has been the Chargers' run game in this. I think Tre's really established the run game pretty well, and it's been good for him. Now he needs to sort of build off of that and see where he can get that to go. But Tre's done a really good job establishing this run game. Nice little pass there to number 8. I don't know who number 8 is. I think you had it in front of you, but he is making plays here for the Chargers. Is that his running back? Hampton? Is that Hampton?
That is Hampton.
That is Hampton.
North Carolina. Yeah.
Hampton
he's
getting
got
it
that. Yeah, I was gonna say Hampton and Harris, man. Almost sounds like a law firm in itself, but both these guys are they're his whatever it is in Detroit. The two running backs they have in Detroit, both these guys. Hampton's a little bit faster, but man, he's a big dude, 221 pounds. And then you got Harris, 242, so that's like a fullback on steroids.
McConkley facing the blitz there, or there was a little blitz there from Dwayne. McConkley hauls that one in. McConkley's had a really quiet game here for the Chargers so far.
Yeah, he has. He's catching the tough catches. I mean, that curl route, you got Diggs in your back pocket. You never know what's going to happen with him. You know, you may jump up there and knock the ball out, but he's been sure-handed for him for the most part.
I know what I'm about to say is the stupidest thing I'll say all day, which is saying something, because I say really, really dumb things. I rage every time I see Tre's coach with sleeves off in these. I'm just like, every one of you who did that, I don't know why that annoys me so much, Maniac, but it annoys me so bad. Like, it just drives me insane. We got some little crossing routes out of the shotgun here for Herbert versus a zone defense. Ooh, Herbert had a man but gets hit. That one's going to fall away. Parsons making himself get felt. I don't know what I'm looking for there. He's making himself felt. Parsons has been quiet, though, early in this bowl game.
Yeah, he has been, but man, he got off that block and he was like one step whack. And that's the thing with Parsons and the defensive line of the Cowboys. They're fast enough. They could play safety on a lot of those guys. You know, just the speed aspect that they have. And
we got a fumble. Parsons came off that edge. You were just talking about his speed. Williams is going to pick that one up, and he's going to score. We got a defensive touchdown and a lead for the Dallas Cowboys. As you were saying it, Parsons looped around on a loop blitz, and that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever that thing is called. Loops around, beats everybody, fumble, touchdown, Dallas.
Yeah, he called the stun on that one.
Stunt.
Boy, he stunned it all right. He's stunning right in the ground. Gosh, man, that was – what a play. And you saw that the speed of Parsons, Tre was trying to get away with the quarterback, but I mean, it's like he tracked him down quick and was on top of him before he knew it.
That's the big play that we were waiting to happen. I love when the chat helps me out when it like 4 seconds too late, though. They're like, stunt, idiot, stunt. I'm like, sorry, I had a brain fart for a second there. That's the big play that we were looking for from Dwayne and the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, what a play! And now, if you're Tre, you can't go into that mode of like just trying to get too vanilla, because then you kind of play into the hands of Dwayne. But you also can't get too crazy because you give up another turnover, and then now all of a sudden you're scrambling to get back into the game. So.
Why does Wayne's coach look hungry? It looks like he's malnourished, not fed. Wayne, feed that man. What is wrong with you? Look, Tre's doing it. He's establishing the run right here. It's the pass that keeps getting him in trouble. And I know Tre, he likes to pass. He is a passer, I think, at heart. But, man, he's finding a lot of running opportunities here against this Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, he is. And his game plan has been... I've noticed he's spread out a little bit on some runs, and then he's also compact with these heavy formations. And man, if you got a decent line, those heavy formations, you can get a little crease, and if you got the running back, you can get some yards. We've seen it with Seahawks and his play calling. I've played him, twice this season. He loves those play calls, and he's good at them.
Nice little pass there to set up a 2nd and 3 from the 47. Tim says Tre needs to stay in his game plan. If he doesn't, he'll lose. But, Tim, I think that's kind of the point. I think his game plan is going to involve running and passing the ball. He loves to pass. I think he's a passer at heart. I think the tough part for a lot of us is when something else is working that isn't our game plan, sticking with that. And right now, this run game is working for these Chargers. Sets up again, picks up a nice first down. Good cut, sets up the block to the outside, bounces it inside, and it gets Dallas, the number 11 defensive rushing team. I mean, you're doing really, really good right now. I think it's actually the run game that's keeping Tre in such a close game and in what was an early lead. Another run here against what looks like a zone defense here from Dallas.
Yeah, definitely. The run is working for him, like you said, and he's got to stick with it. Now, the thing that is, like being a coach, when you get in this situation where you run the ball here, and now all of a sudden it's 2nd and 11, the tendency is to go, okay, now I need to go have a 11-yard type play on this down. Can he resist that?
More pressure there off to the left side from that Dallas Cowboys defensive line. They're getting some pass rush here on the Chargers and Herbert.
Yeah, that was Parsons again, just barreling down.
Do you think he trades him away this offseason?
I don't know. If he does, I hope he trades him to me. So
look for the out route here from Herbert. No, that gets shut down. He's going to check it down underneath. We got a flag. It's probably going to be a holding. They're going to call illegal contact, 5 yards, free first down there from the Chargers. So a very random, not random, a very randomly called, though, illegal contact there. It looks like Dallas got some bumping on the outside. First down, Chargers and Tre.
Yeah, he was kind of riding that that guy down about 10 yards down the field, and he was kind of impeding him from getting to his route spot. So, it's actually nice to see it called. I know it sucks when they get called against you.
We got a big run here, Maniac. 22 right up the middle. He gets hit, breaks a tackle, does a spin move. 22 is Hampton, right?
No, that's
Hampton is
Harris.
Harris, that's right. Hampton and Harris. Harris getting it done today. We see another RPO action here. It looks like man defense possibly from the Dallas Cowboys. So throw that to McConkley, who gets shut down pretty quickly. No run after the catch here for the Chargers.
Harris is a nice running back. He only got 88 speed, but I think this is where I like this Madden. And And of course, I haven't said a whole lot of things I like about this Madden, but I think this is one thing I like about this Madden is that the running game is not so much like dependent upon like how fast your running backs are. I think if they've got a good balance of change of direction, agility, a good combination of all those little things, and it don't have to be fastest. I'll pause here because
No, just Hampton off the left side. Finish that thought. Almost scores there. Sets it up 1st and goal from the 3.
But I think those type of players do have a place here, and you're seeing some of these bigger backs have some success, and I think that's really good for the league and good for Madden all around. So, like seeing that.
Hampton's going to get that one down the 1, establishing the run here. Can Tre stay out of his own head and keep running this ball? Also gets a little tougher when we get down around the goal line. That defensive line for the Cowboys really good. We got some substitutions happening here. Looks like Dallas is wanting to come out in a 5-2. Looks like he thought 4-4. He's going to go 5-2. Probably going to send some rushers here.
I do like Dwayne's ability to change personnel.
We got another touchdown from the Chargers, establishing that run maniac and getting himself in to take another lead, 24-20. Tre really did a good job of getting that run game going.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he only passed the ball like once or twice on that drive. If I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, he really relied on the rushing attack, and, I mean, it didn't fail him. I mean, he was getting, except for that one play, he was getting at least 5-6 yards a pop on the running attack. So,
some massive gaping lanes there for this special teams for the Cow. I don't know how he does it. Chat, let me know, what do you think about this unique way of trying to watch this game? I know it's not perfect, but it's our first time trying to do this. I thought this is still a pretty neat look. We're going to have pass game against a little cover 2 here from the Chargers. Let's see how this one works out. Oh, he audibles over to McMullins, who's breaking a play. Maniac McMullins was itching to break that one. Gets it past the 50-yard line to the 48. First down, Cowboys.
McMullins says, guys, don't forget me now because I was the top rusher in the league, and stop talking about Harrison Hampton because I'm still here and I'm going to make myself known. And, man, he just nearly broke that.
We're seeing some audibles here from Dwayne. Oh, he's getting out of the tackle there. He's going to throw that one away. That could have been a very dangerous play. I don't know why these two streams feel like they get real close to each other, and then they lag apart, and then they get close again. Now we're back to like a 2-second lag. I wish it was a little bit different. I'm going to see. It doesn't do it, but I'm going to try it again just for the hell of it. Nope, it doesn't do it anyway. Hopefully these
maybe
two things
from
will...
Tre's ads, it is
maybe so. Maybe so. Looks like we're going to be sending some men here on the blitz. Ooh, Chargers. Who was that? Number 0. Whoever number 0 is, he busted somebody wide open on that blitz. Hendley getting in the backfield, making a big play on McMullins to set up 3rd and 13. Big play here for the Chargers, Maniac.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who this Hendley dude is. That is the Will linebacker, 85 overall, 88 speed, 91 acceleration from Washington State, 2nd-year player. Man, he's got some good linebackers.
Big-time play here for the Dallas Cowboys. Tre's coach's head's too small. Dwayne's is too big. They need to figure that thing out. Faber back to pass. Ooh, he's going to go deep. Maniac, he wants a play, but it's going to be knocked away by number 20 for the Chargers. Looks like Davis, or is that Molden? I think that's Davis. Oh, no, it's Dukes. I think that's an import player. It's going to force a punt. Big-time play there for the Chargers defense.
Yeah, that's probably not the player I would throw that play to, Jalen Tolbert. Not the big crazy player in Madden like he has been in real life on those deep, crazy throws. But man, that's this has been a back and forth game. We're almost to the end of the 3rd quarter, and man, Tre, if he's able to go down the field, churn up some some clock and get a touchdown here. This might be really tough for Dwayne to come back.
35 shoots the gap and hits Hampton in the backfield for a loss. Tim says Tre scores a touchdown on this drive. It's over. Tim's already waving the white flag there for Mr. Dwayne. I don't think this one's over by any stretch. It means lots of football left. My question for Maniac in the chat is this: Tre stick with the run game here as we see him come out with a pass versus looks like an audible to a zone. He's going to hit number 15 McConkley, though, set up a third short here for the Tre and the Chargers.
Yeah, I was going to say that 2nd and 12, whenever you lose a couple yards on your first down play, it kind of gets a little difficult at times to go back to what's been working. But he kept his head there and went underneath and still was able to get good yardage on that. So
here we go, Maniac. Fourth quarter. Randy says in the chat, hey, Maniac, yards-wise, Tootin led our league. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I assume it was a comment that maybe I'm missing the connection there, but that's going to set up a start of the fourth quarter. 11 minutes to go before we crown a champion. Maniac, give me your prediction.
I'm still trying to figure out who Tootin is, but toot. Man, this is tough. I mean,
Diggs knocks that one away as you're thinking about this one. Then we're going to be forcing a punt right back to the Dallas Cowboys.
I was going to say, man, he challenged Diggs. Diggs is going to get the better hand in a lot of those.
We got a flag. Let's see who this one's on. If this is against the Chargers, no, this one's going to come back. I'll say that was going to set up Dallas in really good field position. That's when the Chargers going to come back. That nice punt's going to set up a 1st and 10 from the 11. That one hurts. Randy said the leading rusher running back for the Jags. So evidently you made a comment about small running back. I don't know what the comment was. We're not making the connection here, Randy. You got to give us a little bit more in the chat.
Oh, is it Nicelonger?
Yeah, that's Randy Nicelonger.
Okay. I always call him Nicelonger so I keep them separated in my brain. So
keep them separated.
Yeah, Tootin. I mean, he's a good back, man. Randy did, or Nicelonger did a phenomenal job with him.
Just to leave him.
Give him over to Hurt. Hurt will probably
like
trade.
Team where Hurt traded the best players around for peanuts and crackers and cheese. Faber back to pass here. Ooh, pressure. Oh, he barely got that one away. That was probably going to be a safety. Barely gets that one away. 3rd and 10 here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Talking about living on a prayer, man. That was close. That was a little spicy.
Randy, he took some gas X because he's tooting no more. Get what I did there? See what I did there? Dallas with a big 3rd down. Going to have an angle route. Looks like we're facing maybe a zone defense. Ooh, McMullen. Oh, he's pressuring his face. The Chargers come through. 52. Mack coming off the edge there, getting pressure. Dallas is going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, he went with that cover 3 double buzz. Man, that play, if you're anything like needing like 13, 14, 15 yards, that play is so hard to get anything to work against unless you got like all 4 verts or doing something crazy or doing some kind of screenplay, because that play shuts down a lot of stuff on the field, especially if you need to get, like I said, 15 yards or so.
Just because I'm about to say what I'm going to say, these two teams are going to explode for 45 points here in the last 9 minutes and 48 seconds. But we're seeing a bit of a defensive battle there as Dwayne's coach looks annoyed and Tre's coach looks like he's roid raging over there trying to call a play. Nice little pass there to set up 2nd and 5 for the Chargers.
Yeah, there's like a secret society within the OMFL coaching league because we got these guys with the muscle shirts, so I don't know. I'm kind of in the same cloth. I see it always just
annoys
laugh.
me so bad.
I'm like,
The Chargers are
fine.
doing a good job breaking tackles, Maniac. It feels like it's been all game. Usually Dallas is such a good tackler. You can see he's making some changes here to his defense. Earlier he did conservative tackle because he's seeing all the broken tackles, but the Chargers doing a good job of staying on their feet. 3rd and 4 here, though.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the type of running backs he has. I mean, Hampton has 78 strength. Harris has 82 strength. And both of them have 88 and 94 trucking. So, I mean, they're tough to bring down.
Williams might be our early player of the game. It's not too early. It's already the 4th quarter. He's got the fumble touchdown, gets pressure there on 3rd down when he had a guy wide open. Going to force a Tre punt here back to the Cowboys.
Like you said, both defenses are showing up. I mean, they needed them to show up here. And, yeah, this game could go either way. I think it's kind of hinging upon who makes the next mistake. Could cost them.
Well, there's a big one right there, Maniac. Oh, no, it wasn't a big one. I don't know why the numbers up there were not right. I thought it was the 44. I was like, oh, God, that was a shank. No, it gets it down to the 14, so a good punt there from Tre. Dallas is starting this one deep in his own territory. I'm actually taking notes this game, so we can go back and look for notes, but I need you guys to start warming up. Get me a player of the game vote. Maniac is going to decide the player of the game today, but your nominations are going to go a long way of telling us who you think it should be. Dallas trying to get this run game going. He's going to look for Mullins. Oh, no, looks like I don't know what Wayne's doing. A lot of audibles from Wayne today.
Yeah, he's trying to find that perfect play.
What a grab from Pickens. Grabs it, breaks a tackle away from Molden. 1st down, Dallas from the 33.
That's like the 2nd or 3rd play we've seen Pickens break a tackle and move up the sidelines for extra yardage. So he's kind of vibing for, like, hey, I want to be recognized a little bit here, for big time plays. So
Randy for the Colts gets no more nominations today. He says, I think if Tre wins, his punter has been elite. Super Bowl MVP punter. I think we're just trying to rob Tre of any XP he might be able to get that hurts Mr. Randy over there. He's playing at another level today, Randy says. Just because I'm not in the bowl doesn't mean I ain't thinking strategically. Nice break up there from the Chargers to set up. What are we? 2nd and 10 here from the 33. What up, Simple?
Yeah,
Randy says Harris is MVP so far.
All right. McMullen dropping that pass. That was kind of unusual.
Absolutely. Ooh, McMullen trying to get it going, but the Chargers doing a good job of just not letting him break tackles, not letting him get rolling. Dallas not finding a lot of success running this ball today.
I find that interesting strategy too. Tre was using the middle linebacker, and he wasn't just attacking right away.
Right.
He kind of sat there and let the blocker come to him, and it kind of made it tough inside for him to get it loose.
Man, what a good play there. The Chargers defensive line breaking off of the tackle. Mullins down. Does he go for it here? Let's see what Dwayne does. Oh, he's breaking out the old twin tight end, the old near formation. Oh, no. We've all seen this one. Big day play here. 4th down and inches.
Could be.
They're shutting it down.
Oh,
again,
wow.
Tre's stream is a little ahead of Maniac's. I'm not Maniac's. I apologize. Dwayne's. They get a big-time stop. This one's going back to the Chargers.
I've seen that play probably stop 2 times in my lifetime so far, and that's one.
Nice run here from Harris right up the middle.
Man, they're sealing everything off on the inside. He's just walking up 10 yards before he even has to.
Yeah, this Chargers run game has been spectacular. Not something that I expected to see. He probably could have ran this ball 40 times today and shut out Dallas the way he's running the ball. I see a little blitz here from Dallas. Nice little shutdown. This is what makes this so impressive to run the ball against Dwayne, who uses that middle linebacker, who has an ability to shoot the lanes. You see here Wayne making a lot of adjustments, trying to figure out that right combination. He needs a stop. A field goal here is a win for Dallas.
Yeah, that is his path right now that he needs to happen for him. And we've seen him block some field goal attempts too. So I mean, there could be a possibility there for as well.
McConkley hauling that one in. His first big play of the day is going to bring him down to the 3-yard line, and this is where the good teams shine and the bad teams fold away. You're inside the 5. Let's see what the Chargers can do.
Yeah, Dwayne, I don't know what. I know it shows like man on there on his play call there, but I'm not sure what he was actually playing. But he bit down really hard with that middle linebacker, and that was left the middle of the field wide open for McConkey.
Harris trying to get it up the middle. Spin moves away from the first tackle. Gets brought down by the second. Second and goal here from the 2. When do you think you would try to run a pass?
I mean, a lot of times I'll go second down. If I'm trying to change it up, my first down play will be like the play action little dink pass or whatever. But I'm probably looking at possibly passing here, depending upon what I'm seeing on defense.
Dwayne shooting the gap, getting back there. That one had no chance, and now we find ourselves at 3rd and goal from the 4. This is the money down. This is the money zone for a lot of good teams in the OMFL. If you can get stops and force field goals, you win more games than you lose. If you can score touchdowns and not settle for field goals, you're going to win more games than you lose. This is going to go a long way with a 4-point lead for the Chargers. They're coming out trying to run this ball.
Absolutely. Watch for his tight end, Gatson.
Harris refuses to go down. It took 3 tackles, and I don't know if 59 is there, but he finally gets him down. 4th and goal from the 1. Tre can go for it, and it looks like he is. Both teams going for it here on 4th down.
Going for all the marbles right here. He's trying to make a statement. Man, Harris is just a bowling ball. I mean, he's 242 pounds, and the dude can run 88 speed, 90 acceleration with strength 82 and trucking 88, stiff arm 92. I mean, he is a load to bring down.
Harris is getting
selling out.
In the backfield, maniac. Williams making another defensive play here. This ball's going over to the Dallas Cowboys from there too.
Williams right now has impressed me so much right now. I mean, he has made the big plays. He's been after the quarterback. He's been making things. I mean, he got the fumble recovery, ran it back for a touchdown. He's just been kind of all over the field.
Little shotgun here from Dallas. Trying to get this ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is territory that's got to be careful here.
It's going to get that one over to, I think that's Tarber. Who's 12 for Dallas? I got it. Tolbert. I'm taking the field goal. I'm going up 7. I can't chance that to try to win it. I'm going to go expect my defense to make a play as they have. Dallas got a long way to go, but he's got all the timeouts here. Faber back to pass. He's got a couple of guys. He's attacking the middle of the field. C.D. Lamb. I almost said D.D. Lamb. That's not his name. C.D. Lamb hauling that one in. 1st and 10 from the 31.
D.D. dialing up the C.D. That's man, it's
going to be facing some man defense here.
That was a good pass. He almost waited a little too long, though.
McMullins is gone. He's off to the left side. He's trying to outrun number 2. Two's going to bring him down. What a run from McMullins out of that shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 20.
See, I think Tre's thinking on going for it on 4th down was, I'm still ahead by 4 points. Dwayne's got to score a touchdown. But this is what a run. I mean, play calling. You're on your own 1.5 yard line, and you're driving the field right now.
Nice play there from number 91. That looked like it had some potential. 91 breaks through the block and gets the guy on the ground. They'll set up 2nd and 9 here from the 19. We're past the 2-minute warning, so this one's all going to come down to, does the Chargers come up with a stop? Does Dwayne make a mistake? There's so many things going to happen. What an epic OMFL Bowl 116.
This has been one of the better ones that we've seen in a while. I'm not saying we haven't had some good ones, but this one has been one that's been on the edge of your seat all game long.
Little play action from Faber. Oh, he's got a man. He's going to get it down. What a weird animation. Pickens hauls that one in out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I was very confused what just happened. It looked like Pickens had a stroke as he was catching that ball. They said he hauled it in. 1st and goal from the 2. We just seen this on the other side, all the way down the other end 5 plays ago.
Look like he was trying to do a chin-up midair. I don't know. It's just kind of weird looking, but what do we got here?
McMullen getting hit in the backfield. If you're Tre, do you even consider just letting him score, using your timeouts and trying to get the ball back, or do you stiffen up here and make him take a lead with maybe very little time left?
If I know Tre, he is no quit, no surrender. He's like, I'm stopping him. He can't score on me. I mean, I'm trying to be like Tre, and so he is gonna pull out all the stops here, I think, to keep him out of the end zone.
We got a run against a man defense. This one's going to go to the outside. He's got a 6th offensive lineman in here. Going to go to touchdown, McMullins. That was too easy. The Chargers all blocked up to the right side. Touchdown, Dallas.
All right, make a note. I'm adding that play to my playbook. That was nice. 71 sealed that edge. There was nobody getting loose from that one.
Chargers have time, though. 1:15, 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time. You're down by a field goal, so all the things are on the table. Dwayne can't play too aggressive. He can't give up a touchdown here. What a game, Maniac.
Yeah, this has been one for the ages for the OMFL, man. This is down to the wire. 2 of some of the best owners, some of the best competitive owners from the OMFL going down to the wire. And like you said, Tre has the ability to go down and win it, or at least tie it to send it to overtime, extra period here. So we'll see what happens.
He gets this one out to Hampton, right out of bounds. Dallas trying to run the stunt, get some pressure there on Herbert, but Tre keeping the cool head, getting it out to Hampton, picking up an 8 on that one to set up 2nd and 2 here. Thank you for calling this game with me, Maniac. Short notice. We wanted to go ahead and get this one out there, get it done, move off to the offseason. Tre making a drive here.
Thank you for asking me. I've missed it.
McConkley out to the left here. A little quick out. Didn't get it out of bounds. Running some no huddle. 1st and 10 from the 49. We're under a minute. Maniac, a nice handoff to Hampton right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 12 there. So 1st and 10 from the 37. Still not using his timeouts.
Yeah, we are in field goal range, I think now. This is going to be a long one, but he's in at least field goal range at the moment. So
he's got Hampton out of the backfield. So Hampton, this drive is all about Hampton. He's going to get that one down to the 25, use his 2nd timeout. So one more timeout.
40 seconds left on the 25. Got plenty of time. He can call any play that he wants to here, attack any part of the field that he wants to, down to the wire.
You know that Tre wants the first down here as his stream starts buffering. Who's going to get this one out to McConkley? Ooh, McConkley runs it in. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it looks like Tre's stream went down, so we're going to be down to 1 stream here. 27 seconds. Thank God we did not have a DC. And OMFL, that would be disaster. That would be complete disaster. It looks like Tre's stream is down. Oh, there's nothing that we can do about it. We still got Dwayne's stream up, though. Herbert puts a man in motion. He's going to get this one. That's picked by Diggs. This game is over.
Sealed. Diggs sealed the deal.
Oh, my goodness. What a game. If you're running the ball so well, you're in field goal range. Everything is going your way. You're trying to make a quick play off to the right side. I'm trying to get his stream back up, and bam, Diggs picks it off. Ball game. Dwayne and the Dallas Cowboys going to win another championship as Tre's stream comes back up?
Well, you at least get to save the shipping on sending the trophy, not having to send the trophy to Canada. So, but what a game, man. That's
What
great.
a game. The defense both showing up here in the second half. Let me know in the chat who are your nominations. We got 2 of them for Diggs from both of the Randys. What a game, Maniac.
This was one of the best I think I've ever saw. I come back to one. I think it was D Money versus Dimbrew was one of the best, but I think this one right here took the best. Just an absolute great performance by both squads. There was 2 different game plans, but Dwayne came back to get the lead here late. Then he kept them out of the end zone with the big stand there on the goal line. Drives down the field, gets the points, gets the touchdown, and then again makes the red zone stand here with the pick with Diggs. It's just I almost just want to say, like, even though you can't do it, but man, the defense as a whole for the Cowboys deserves the MVP because they got this victory. But man, you can't look past what Williams did. Diggs made a couple of big plays here late in the fourth. He had the couple of knockaways, and then making the big play there on the ball. Just absolute. I mean, mind blown. I'm just like all over the place. This game was so fun, and such a privilege to watch. It was just great.
Randy said this, and it's a good point by him. Second time that Tre has lost an OMFL Bowl. He says unnecessary interception. I would say a gutsy interception. And Tim says Tre not kicking the field goal on 4th and goal is huge. He would have been trying to get in field goal range to win it. I agree. I think you got to take the points. It changes the mindset of the other team. I've heard Peyton Manning in real life talk about this, I think with Eli. When I want to say it was when Eli won the Super Bowl with the Giants, maybe against the Patriots. Peyton was in the end zone. I remember seeing this before, and he says to Eli, I told you want to be down by 4 on that last drive because it forces you to go make a play for a touchdown to win the game instead of being down by 3 where you go more conservative. You kick the field goal. Again, we're playing armchair quarterback here, but if you kick the field goal there, you're now up 7. Dwayne's mindset completely changes there of just like, how do I get down and score with no time left, bring this thing to overtime? Whereas you don't kick it, Dwayne's now down by 4 and he can just go for it and ends up getting the lead. So that's a tough way to go at it. Great game though. What a great, one of the best bowl games that we've had.
Yeah, this was I don't know. I'm right now I'm trying to struggle to think back any back games, but right now this one in my heart is like the best. It was one of the most entertaining. We had offense, we had defense, we had big plays, we had some underwhelming plays, we had some penalties even.
We did.
So
defensive penalties at that.
Yeah. So
you're right. We had everything, including the best in the game at commentating this one, Mr. Maniac. Maniac, give me some final closing thoughts on this one. This was fun. This is a great way to end the first season, even though I know for a lot of people, including me, it's been a shaky start to the cycle. What a great way to wrap it up. An epic close game that wasn't 85-84 or 3-3. Nothing like no crazy FPR things. Maybe a little zone heavy on third down at times, but overall, I would not pick that game apart. That was the closest game I've seen to representing the OMFL. And I love when Nate asks Maniac a question and then proceeds to talk for the next 3 minutes. That's my bad, Maniac. Give me your closing thoughts on this one.
No, it was all good points. I was going to say, man, ditto, because I mean, you said a lot of it right there. Just the fact, like you said, we've seen some games where guys were scoring 50 burgers, and there was no defense, and then all of a sudden, this game, and I have to point out that the game did just get an update. So
Did that
maybe did
update
they
drop? I
yeah,
didn't even
it
realize that.
dropped.
Yeah.
It dropped today. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe that is a sign. But the type of game like this, even though like you talked about, we've kind of had some. I've had some rough games, and you've had some rough games, but that type of game right there, watching how they were playing, how the game was playing, it kind of gives me the itch again. I'm ready to go again. So,
What y'all
uh,
talking about?
what's up, Trey?
Oh, what up, Trey? I was like, how would Trey even? I was like, oh yeah, he's got the link. That's why. I was like, I was so confused for a second. I was like, wait a second, we're not in Discord. What the heck is this all about? Trey, great game, man. I know that one came down. We got to talk about it. My wife's here, so I got like 10 more minutes or less, but we got to talk about it. You get the 4th down stop against Dallas late in that drive as you get the ball. You have a great drive. I got to be honest. I was like, there's no way Trey sticks to the run game. He's a passer. He's going to make this mistake. And you didn't. You stuck to the run. You get it down there. You 4th and goal from the 2. Why the decision to not just take points? Then technically, yes, you could lose by going for it for 2, but he's got to make 2 plays on offense. Instead, you go for it. You get stopped. Dwayne gets the big run by McMullen to get down there, ends up scoring to take what would be the game-winning score drive. Why that decision there?
I looked at it. There was 2:55 on the clock. If I get that touchdown, it's ball game. It was 1 yard. I figured my offensive line would block. They let the free guy go, and I couldn't get. By the time I got the ball, I was already being tackled.
Great day running the ball. I know that is probably not what you're at heart of hearts like to do. You're a passer, I feel like, at heart. But, man, you ran the ball so good today. And I feel like, again, you can tell me and correct me, it feels like you adjusted how that game was playing out to go a little bit more run heavy and make it work. And you did such a good job. And just the 1 or 2 plays fall short. What was the read on that last interception? Looks like you were trying to get it out quick. Time was not your friend there. Still had a timeout. Maybe not the cleanest read there, but what did you think that you saw to make that pass?
It wasn't a matter of a clean read or anything. I was going to hold off for the running back, and I second-guessed myself on my pitch count and just immediately threw it to the receiver instead of waiting patiently for the running back.
Mr. Maniac.
Trey, man, what a game, dude. You're running back. We're talking about Miguel's law office commercial. It's like, well, you almost got a little law office in the backfield of the Chargers with Harris and Hampton. Man, both those guys were just absolutely running with authority today. I mean, there was some plays where you were breaking some tackles, making some good cuts, good reads, man. So I definitely, like Nate had pointed out, there was a lot more rushing attack I felt like I've seen from you than I've seen in the past. And was that your game plan going into this? Like, I'm going to establish a run, or was that actually what just kind of came like, oh, this is the way the game's flowing?
I was game planning to mix a bit more of the run in because me and Wayne, we played earlier in the season. I threw for 7 touchdowns and like 346 yards. So I expected him to be playing heavy on the pass defense. So I expected that I'd have a little bit more openings in the run game. I went and got a coach ability that was going to help with the run game by every time I got 4 yards rushing, his linebackers and his D-line were going to get even more fatigued than they should have. And it worked. It was opening up opportunities for me. It was opening up the gash plays that I needed. Just when I needed them to block the most, they failed me.
Well, man, your offensive line was playing phenomenal. I know that one play, and this was a kind of a big play of the game that you started. We all were talking about it. Parsons looped underneath into the guard and got a kind of a free rush on you. And man, his speed, it almost kind of caught you off guard because you're kind of scrambling I figured probably you'd throw the ball away or just to get away from him, but man, he was zoning you so fast.
Yeah, he got on me so fast. He forced that fumble, and as soon as it happened, he got the scoop and score. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, let's slow this thing back down. And that's when I just gave it to the workhorses and let them pound the rock down the field for the majority of that drive.
Yeah, that was impressive. Not gonna lie here. I would have probably came out and the first thing I would have done was like try to throw a play action pass just to get back into the game. But no, you came out and you just ground and pound the ball all the way down. I don't even think you threw the ball maybe like once or twice on that drive and went straight down the field and got the points, got back into the game, and then it just kind of unfolded the way it did. But I was just really impressed with that drive that you had there. And man, you got a couple young backs. Man, you're gonna be tough in the AFC West. Them guys over there better take notice because the law office of Hampton and Harris is open for business.
Yeah, and it'll be nice. Like midway through this year, I lost my starting left guard with a torn pectoral for the season. So coming back, when I took a random guy off the Lions practice squad and plugged him in there to get that kind of performance out of him, Manu pretty much disrespected Wayne in every which way he could have been, which was nice to watch. Take the whole, watch the left guard just absolutely obliterate a linebacker. I'm like, oh, I got open space. It was fun to see, especially because he's also a Canadian.
Oh wow! I know that's big in your book there. So man, congratulations on your season, man. Just fell just a little bit short, man, but don't hang your head because man, you played lights out, man. So
if anything, my head's held high is, last year I was struggling with the Commanders to stay in games, period. It was either I was blowing people out or I was getting blown out. The fact that I can, chop myself back into this and I'm keeping up with Wayne, I'm keeping up with the rest of the crew, it's a nice little motivational boost, especially because I didn't expect to have this good of a season in season one, at least.
Yeah, you got hot there as that season kept progressing. So congratulations, man. Thanks for letting us do this game today. And congratulations to D. Wayne for winning another championship. Let me do a quick recap. The Maniac, you're going to give me your MVP of the game, and then I'm going to get out of here. Field goal from both teams to start off the first quarter. Felt like really good defense from both of those guys. They were really filling each other out. The second quarter started out with the Cowboys getting their second field goal to take a 6-0 lead or 6-3 lead. Pickens really started to take over on that drive, really started to see him get going. But Chargers answered with a big touchdown run on his own to take that 10-6 lead. And then the next drive, Cowboys get hit as he's throwing the ball, floats one. Chargers get the big interception. And then they return that one for another touchdown. Little rub drag route there for the Chargers. Hits this guy, scores. Chargers start to take what looked like a commanding 17-6 lead. Come right back, though. McMullen gets a long touchdown catch. Looks like he came out of the backfield, went off to the right. Just outruns poor Tre's linebackers. McMullen is such a weapon. Tightens that game up, moves us into the halftime. Third quarter started out with Parsons starting to take over. He gets the fumble sack. Williams picks it up. Williams really shined in this game. I would debate and argue he was my nomination for MVP. Gets the long touchdown fumble 6. Then the Chargers come back and start to reestablish. Tre just talked about it. Nope, stay the plan here. Really establish the run, and he did that really well to answer the fumble touchdown. Touchdown to Williams. That was off, I think, to the left side for the Chargers. They take another lead. Comes right back, though, McMullins with a big run to the 48. But the Chargers stiffen up, man. That looked like Dallas was going to start to get on a roll. Chargers force a punt, and it becomes a series of punts here. Diggs for the Chargers gets a big stop. He ends up forcing another punt. A lot of pressure coming on the defensive line for the Chargers. Really, Tre was putting that pressure up front. Dallas was then forced to punt. Williams comes back, gets another pressure on third down. Chargers are forced to punt. Then this is when things get wild and crazy. Dallas tries to start driving the ball. They get a 4th and inches, and Tre steps up, stomps into the backfield. You and I laughed about it, but it was that near formation, the play we always see go for 8 yards. Gets what I think might have been the 3rd time I've ever seen that play stop. Big time stop. Chargers get the ball. McConkley, he gets a big catch all the way down to the 3. I thought this was where this game might be over. Tre just talked about it. He thought, I score here, this game was over. McConkley had a chance to score there. Dallas ends up getting the stop at the 3. 4th and goal for the Chargers. Williams shoots the gap, gets the stop. Dallas ball at the 2. Mr. McMillan, big run down to the 20. Pickens with a big catch down to the 2. Touchdown, a run to the right for Dallas. Then Hampton starts to take over. And Tre, you really used Hampton very well on that last drive. Out of the backfield running the ball, out of the backfield catching the ball. You get it down. Then we get the play that ends the game. Quick read off to the right side. You second guess yourself. We've all been there. I know I've done that a billion times. Throws the picks to Diggs. Dallas takes it over, kneels it out, and wins another championship to wrap up season 116. Maniac, give me your MVP, and then we're getting out of here.
Ooh, man, this is really tough. I'm sitting here looking at the stats from the game. I'm like, holy cow. I have to give Diggs a shout out, making the big play, especially on the last quarter. He kind of started showing up, making had a couple of deflection, and then he had the pick there. And then it comes down. This really comes down to the 2 players here, Parsons and Williams. Talk a little bit about Parsons. Parsons had 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, but he also had 2 forced fumbles in this game too. Sam Williams had 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack, and then the fumble, scoop, and score. Man, it's kind of, my heart is like going like, oh, you got to give it to Williams because he scored a touchdown. But man, if Parsons, he's dominated and caused 2 forced fumbles. Without those situations, you don't have the scoop and score. So for me, Parsons is the MVP because he created those plays. He caused those issues to happen. Even though Sam Williams does get the flowers for getting the touchdown. But any one of those guys could have scooped that and scored that. Parsons is the one creating the havoc in the backfield. He's the one getting the 2 forced fumbles, the 2 sacks, the 2 tackles for a loss. So my MVP has to go to Parsons.
I'll give you an option. You can co-MVP this thing. They'll split each a point, but you don't have to if you want to stick with Parsons. I agree with everything you had to say, though.
I wouldn't do that. I was going to say that, but I was like, well, I don't want to, But yeah, I mean, the bookends of the Cowboys, you gotta, I mean, they go hand in hand. Both of them were creating havoc off the edge. Williams did have that big tackle for a loss there at that fourth down play. So I really think that, in all honesty, it would be a co-MVP here.
I love it. Let me get out of here. I hear the wife's got supper. She said something to somebody in there. I need to make sure that wasn't towards me. Thank you to Dwayne and Tre and Tre, man. So proud of you for, I remember the Tre that there's no way he could jump in here and join us and talk. Yeah. And you did it. So you did it with
Absolutely.
A great attitude too. It's a great season. There's a lot of people here, they disappear the second they lose and don't even show their face for a couple of days. So thank you, Tre. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne's offering to join now, and I'm like, I gotta go. I don't want to get murdered. My wife was gonna murder me. I gotta go. And thank you to Maniac for just doing this last second and coming and jump in. Thank you to the chat for letting me work through and try something a little bit different. I know it was missing all the pretty graphics, but I thought it would be a neat way to watch the game. It didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but the thought was there. Congratulations, Parson Williams, co-MVP. I got to get out of here. Maniac, close us out. One final thought.
Well, one final thought. Great game, but I was going to say, why don't you just have Dwayne on Press Pass Live and do a coach interview with him?
I can do that.
That'd be the Super Bowl coach, winning coach interview there. So
I think that's a good idea. Wayne, if you're watching this, I'm going to do that. All right, I got to get out of here, guys. Love you. Take it easy. Bye. Peace.
Smash that like and subscribe.